Now notice in example 4, it's a little bit different this time. I want to find out where I started from rather than what I'm doing. So in other words, I want to determine the preimage if I have a compositions of the transformations that I'm reflecting over line A, then translating along B. Well, just like when you undo an equation, you undo it in reverse order. Since the last thing we did was translate along vector B, I'm going to untranslate along vector B. So I'm going to translate backwards, and then I'm going to reflect it over line A, and then there is my solution right here. Let's take a look at another one. I want to do a rotation of 180 degrees about the origin. Then I want to reflect it in the x-axis. I think I'm going to do these ones by mapping first. So what I'm going to do is I want to figure out my preimage, so I want to undo reflecting along the x-axis. So I have A double primed. If I reflect it over the x-axis, well, that means I make my y's opposite. Now, A double primed was over 1, 2, 3. It was at -3 and +1. Well, if we reflect that over the x-axis, that means it was at -3 and -1. We'll do the same thing for B primed. So if I undo reflecting over the x-axis, right now we're to the left 1 and up 2. So then we'd be to the left 1 and down 2. And then C primed, right now it's over 1 down 1. So that'll be over 1 and up 1. Now I'm going to take each of those points and I'm going to do a 180 degree rotation. So that means my original one was at 3, 1, 1, 2, and -1, -1. And we can show that. Let's actually do the graphing. So over 3 and up 1 will be A. Let me change colors here so we can see the difference. There's point A. Point B was over 1 and up 2. And point C was to the left 1 and down 1. And there is your preimage. And then just as a reminder, a glide reflection, you're doing a reflection and a translation, and the translation has to be parallel to the line of reflection. When you do a translation over 2 parallel lines, that's the same thing as a reflection over 2 parallel lines. I said that backwards. If you do a reflection over 2 parallel lines, that's the same as the translation. If you do 2 reflections over intersecting lines, that'll be the same as a rotation.